Hey everybody, it is day 3 of Shark Adventure Week. Thanks for tuning in. It has been a blast. I can't wait to take more of you on this adventure. Today we got going out onto the water and kept going and going and going and going. And thanks to radios, we found out that the aggregation, that big group of whale sharks we've talked about before, were actually 4 miles further out. That's about 30 minutes. 30 minutes more on the boat. So when we got out there were boats out there. There was lots of boats out there, but they were more spread out. So you could see all the whale sharks doing their thing, eating and swimming, and it was pretty spectacular. One of the things we saw very quickly was a tag on the dorsal fin of a whale shark. Raphael recognized the shark and said that he had actually tagged that shark 3 weeks ago. It was really cool to see a tag that he had deployed 3 weeks ago and had shown us the pinging on the satellite tag. It was super cool. So I want to tell you the fact today about whale sharks is how they eat. They actually eat in 3 basic ways. One is they essentially snowplow through the water and have their mouth a little bit above the water and most of it underneath. And when they do that, that is actually called active ramming feeding, active ram feeding. They go this way. The one that I love the most to swim around them and to see them do is called vertical feeding. They actually come straight up to the surface of the water and suck in all the water. And it's really cool because sometimes they even spin when they're doing it. It's just serene. It is beautiful. The other kind is, it's very similar to that snow plowing method, but they're actually below the surface of the water and they're sucking. So it's a suction feeding, but it's essentially the same. So you're all dying to know. Did we tag a whale shark today? Well, we did! We got a whale shark! We tagged it with a satellite tag today. Now, it was not as easy as find the whale shark and tag said whale shark. We had to make a couple attempts. We put a drill, a bolt through it, and then I think we ended up with 3 screws in it all the way through the dorsal fin, but we have to go back tomorrow and put nuts back on it. But luckily, I believe it is already pinging, so we'll be able to find that whale shark tomorrow, so that'll be spectacular. I didn't update you on the answers to the first 2 questions. The first question is why at about midday do all the sharks disappear? Well, they eat zooplankton, which is all little animals, microscopic animals, that actually they seem to think drop in the water column when it gets hotter and more sun is intense, and then when it's cooler, they come back up. Well, that's their food source. So do the sharks because they don't need air to breathe. So they drop with those. Yesterday, it was noon. The day before, it was 2:30. So it varies with the sunlight and it varies with the temperature. Yesterday's question was about the adaptation of the shark's skin. Their skin actually looks like tiny little teeth and it all goes in one direction from the head to the tail. So if you ran your hand across the shark, it would be smooth, but if you went back, it would hurt. It would actually cut your hand because they're called dermal denticles, skin teeth. So they look like teeth. Today's question, drum roll please. What part of the food chain do the whale sharks take up? What part of the food chain do the whale sharks take up? Have a great day.